let me talk about the debut album just for comparison's sake. Um, that album was released at a time where there was a lot of very serious, sort of intense, kind of depressing music. I mean, back in, I was making that in 1995, and I wanted to do something a little fun and a little bit quirky. It would have a deeper meaning to it if you'd look into it. But basically, the idea of that album was to sort of engage the person's intellect. The more evolved parts of the brain would be engaged with the nonsense and the oxymorons and the puns and the little things with physics and engineering terms and mathematical terms. And it's the whole idea was to kind of take a little bit of what I was learning in school and what I had sort of learned from listening to Frank Zappa, and just apply that. And the music was there was stuff with some odd time signatures, and the guitar tunings were alternate. So it was kind of a complex little piece and album, and it was designed to definitely engage a person's more evolved portions of their brain. With the new Back to the Basics album, it's very different. The idea with this was to engage the person's more primal parts of their brain, the emotions, instincts, that sort of thing, to kind of tap into that. I really go after, the emotions, and everything from, for instance, lust or sex to, dealing with issues of abuse, addiction, alcoholism, recovery. And these are songs where the lyrics really matter. In the first album, the lyrics were fun and frivolous, and they did have a deeper meaning, to me anyway, and to some people. But with this, it's very clear that the lyrics are very important. So as a result, I put a lot of effort into the vocals to make them come through and be clean and clear, and to sound really good. And I think I did okay with that. I'm pushing 45 years old now, and I started writing songs when I was about 12. And the songs on this album really are the best songs I've written in that span, in my opinion. There's songs on there that I wrote when I was around 14 years old. There's one that I wrote when I was around 16, and quite a few that I wrote in the early 90s. Once again, the idea here is that we're kind of stripping things down, keeping it the sound pretty raw, pretty straightforward, heavy metal, even time signatures, standard tune guitars, lyrics that actually make sense, and so the approach here was very different than the first album, and I think it's a nice contrast. I really like doing stuff like I did for my first album, but this stuff is once again, there's something about straightforward heavy metal that I intellectually can't explain, but I really, enjoy it. I really feel it deep inside. I mean, those power chords ring through, and I just feel it, deep inside, and that's what I wanted to accomplish with this album. reason I decided to do this album was because I had such strong material that had never been recorded at all, or had only crude recordings. So I wanted to get this material out there, in some sort of tangible form where, people who like this sort of thing, could have it to listen to. So I'm approaching this less as a business and a little bit more as, just, expression. The two albums are going to be very different things, and I think that's good.
It's a man.